Blowing across Nigeria is the wind of hope as Africa's young entrepreneurs with the same dream take a break from their everyday lives and embark on a journey across the nation with their ideas, innovations, and inventions. From the east, west, north, and south of Nigeria, we will witness as they make their way through the screening and auditioning to meet and convince the A.Y.E judges why they should be among the chosen beneficiaries.
You can't come and speak to a panel of investors and say, there's a whole lot of choices. You need to be as strong as you are technically with what you want.
No, I'm coming. This is new idea and new business.
But you don't really have a very strong structure of how you see your vision practically moving forward. You know, it feels very loose to me. I think you should have sat with them before you come here.
If you invest in that business today, you're not coming in to make mistakes.
We will experience their passion.
So I want to feed African as a nation.
Their pain.
Get out of here.
And their gain.
A.Y.E will give you a lot of customers. You cater for them and will give you money up front. You'll be able to buy all your equipment.
Welcome to the grand finale of Africa's Young Entrepreneurs Reality TV Show Season 3. Thousands of entrepreneurs from across Nigeria and Africa are gathered today to witness and celebrate the 500 beneficiaries from the 2018 program who will be awarded with business grants, equipment, access to angel investors, specialized training, and international scholarship. Remember, we saw these entrepreneurs at the screening stages and some on this TV show. Now it is time to award them. I must let you know that it's been quite a year for these entrepreneurs. We've seen their tears and laughter, and of course, their passion and drive to succeed. Finally, the hour they've all been waiting for is here. Tonight, we will experience insightful engagements. Trust me, you do not want to miss any part of today's show, as it will definitely be one to remember. Sit back and let's hear resounding words from Bill Salikane, a renowned international speaker and trainer from Johannesburg, South Africa.
I begin the death or the life of your dreams, the death or the life of your business begins in your mind. As a man thinketh, so is he. Now we have a question as entrepreneurs. And the question is, are we going to get into business so that we can kneel down and pray the goddess of profit, or are we getting into business to become transformational? Are you doing business because you want to make money? Or are you doing business because you know that your success will become an opportunity for other people to find their own success? I usually say to people, this is a very perfect picture about Africa. It's either our businesses are created to solve real issues, or our businesses are formed for us to dress very swanky and feel very important and look down upon other people. The question we need to ask as African people is, the challenges that we're facing as Africans are never going to be solved by anybody else from out of Africa, except by Africans. So if you're in business today, ask yourself this one question: will your business outlive you? Or will you die with your business? And in most cases, people die with their businesses because they don't think beyond one generation. Most businesses are single generation businesses. Now, I want to share with you 5 very simple principles that can ensure that your business begins to become different. Now, these principles are principles that are applied by a lot of top international entrepreneurs who have become what I call transformational entrepreneurs instead of profit-hungry, profit-driven entrepreneurs. There's nothing wrong in making profit. It's the how and the why you're chasing the profit. Nothing wrong in making profit. We all like to make profit. So these principles are quite simple. The first thing that these great men and women who build businesses that outlive them as themselves is the purpose around their business. What is the purpose of your business? Why you, this entrepreneur, and why this business? And why should people support you in this business and not support the next person next to you? So that's the first question. The second thing that they look for, these people, is you've got to infuse passion in everything and anything that you do. Most of these successful businessmen and women are exceptionally passionate. The third thing that they look for or that they do is they understand that your business can never become great unless you are a great performer, unless you perform each and every day. Because, ladies and gentlemen, results are about performance. That's what it's all about. If you cannot do today what you're supposed to have done, today becomes a waste. The fourth principle that these most amazing entrepreneurs follow is the principle of positioning. They have understood the power of positioning. Because same people can start the same business in the same place. One becomes successful and one dies. And if you go back and ask yourself what happened, probably the one was better positioned and the other one was not. So the fourth principle is position. And the fifth principle is the one that most people don't like. Persistent. You're not going to build a $100 million business in 6 months. It's not going to happen. That's just a fact of life. It's going to take time. It's going to take disappointment. It's going to take heartache. You're going to lose friends. You're going to leave your relatives. Sometimes your wife or your husband will leave you because they don't believe in your dream. But I tell you what, it's okay. Because there's nothing as powerful as an idea whose time has come. Nothing. Now, when we speak about purpose and begin to question purpose, the question of purpose is about why. Why are you doing this business? Do you truly understand the original intent of your business, or are you in it for money? And I'm saying that Africa has got business opportunities, but those business opportunities are dressed differently. They are dressed as challenges. Once you find the ability in you to undress them, you find the opportunity. So, what is it that these great men and great women who run great businesses do differently than those who fail in businesses? I'm going to share with you 3 things that these guys do. The first thing that they ask themselves is, what is the challenge? What is the problem that Nigeria has? What is the problem that Africa has? That's the first question they ask. The second question they ask is, can I or can we find a solution? Can we build something that will create a solution for this challenge? And the last question they ask themselves is, can we make money? Can we monetize it? Because if you look at Africa's greatest challenges, we've got a lot of them, but I'm going to mention quite a few. We've got a challenge around infrastructure. Infrastructure in Africa is undeveloped. We all know that. Roads are messy, sewage systems are old, railway tracks are falling apart. So we have an African infrastructure challenge. The second one is around education. A lot of African countries have got mediocre education. That's why most African leaders, when they are sick, they don't go to the local hospitals, they go to hospitals overseas. Because they don't have faith in the education that they provided, and therefore they do not trust that these people can heal them. It's a fact. The third challenge that we're faced with is healthcare. The fourth challenge that we're faced with is safety and security. And the last one is poverty and inequality. Now, statistics say 70% of the people in this country are poor. In South Africa, at some point in time, I think a year ago or 2 years ago, we were number 1 in the world for an unequal society. So the distance, the gap between the rich and the poor in South Africa was the biggest in the world. We have the same problem in Nigeria. And yet we've got a small group of people who are politically connected, who have made so much money without starting any businesses. So we have to challenge that. One of the questions I was asked, or one of the themes around this convention, is, can entrepreneur influence economic growth? And I usually make a joke and say, we should fire politicians. Yes. Because it's our taxes they're using. We should fire politicians and employ entrepreneurs who specialize in all departments that they are running. Because most entrepreneurs in the world were never voted into their businesses. Nobody campaigned for a business. People start businesses, they fail, they fall, they wake up, they dust themselves up, and they do it again. They fail and they fall and they dust themselves and they do it again. Eventually, the business becomes a success. They never campaign and give people promises. Because I'm telling you, business and politics are two different things. When you're a businessman, you can't promise your customers what you cannot deliver. Is the future of Africa in the hands of those that have consistently made it depreciate, those that have corrupted our resources, those that have become rich on behalf of other people? Or is the future of this continent in the hands of entrepreneurs who will solve challenges, create employment, and build wealth for the world? Thank you very much.
Wow, wow, wow. This is such an incredible speech that has gotten everyone engulfed in a standing ovation. There is no better way to welcome our very own, the Executive Vice Chairman, Pampa Oil, and the Chief Patroness of Africa's Young Entrepreneurs, Mrs. Folorunsho Alapi, who will be addressing entrepreneurs and the beneficiaries of the 2018 program.
Good evening, distinguished entrepreneurs, guest speakers, all dignitaries present, our media partners, A.Y.E executives, all our judges, members of A.Y.E, gentlemen of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, you are all welcome. I welcome you all to the 5th annual AN convention. It has indeed been a memorable journey as we transformed over the years from a small organization at inception into what is being recognized today according to Global Entrepreneurship Institute and many others for that matter, as the largest entrepreneurship network in the world. Clap for yourselves. Our work spans through 21 African countries, including America and United Kingdom, and we are still counting. We are still counting. Clap. Aren't you excited? We're making progress. I use this opportunity to welcome our youngest member countries, Cameroon and Canada, that joined us this year. We embrace you in the true A.Y.E fashion with our slogan, if you can achieve this much alone. Entrepreneurship is a tough journey, and many quit before they get to the top. Our continent is home to what is arguably the youngest and brightest, but challenges have plagued us for so long. Economic development of any sort requires basic infrastructural frameworks, which include good roads, consistent power supply, and transportation facilities. Our governments have failed to catch up with the rest of the world. I'm sure you agree with me. But that has to change. That has to change. Let's look at some major challenges that some of our A.Y.E entrepreneurs face. 1, startups in most parts of the world have to contend with limited or expensive capital. This is an area A.Y.E has tried to tackle over the years. It's been an uphill task. 2, our members in conflict-prone countries continue to be affected by political uncertainty, hindering economic growth and free movement of people. 3, today, we live in a globalized world, but this has proved to be a double-edged sword in more ways than one for the continent. Even though it has presented numerous opportunities for growth and expansion, this has also limited economic growth. Our challenges are many. However, rather than go on and on and on about these constraints, we have learned to embrace them. We're embracing these constraints, yes. Therefore, instead of trying to remove them, we use them to our advantage. We have to keep reminding ourselves of why we went into business in the first place. Despite the challenges already enumerated, there's still hope for entrepreneurs in Africa. This is because Africa is the remaining last frontier. Do you agree? It's the remaining last frontier. Others are saturated. The world has to look to Africa. They don't have a choice anymore. Africa, clap if you must, please. We're all Africans, and we have to make it work. Africa is a land of moving paradoxes. It has emerged in recent years as a leader in global entrepreneurship, taking many investors by surprise and prompting analysts to place the continent at a crossroad. There are many indicators that entrepreneurs and investors alike are already turning its many uncharted ventures into significant business opportunities. Therefore, Africa is not at a crossroad anymore. It has already crossed the road. It has already crossed that road, contrary to the expectation. As the chief patroness of A.Y.E, I'm fully committed to the vision and mission of A.Y.E and the prosperity of our members. I wish to announce that our organization will be launching a platform that will turn around the lives of entrepreneurs all over the world. The unveiling of this new platform is centered around the importance of trust. Trust in doing business. Our Africa once thrived on trust. Children were brought up by the entire village. I'm sure your parents would have told you, and your grandparents would have told you. Food was shared openly by everyone. Hunting was done collectively. Barter trade was based on trust, and spoils were shared transparently. It is time for an era like this again. But in our financial system, an era like this has to come up, again. But in the financial system, listen to me. Our young entrepreneurs will be able to access loans from the A.Y.E Trust Fund at 0 interest rate. You haven't heard the best part. And with no collateral. Keep listening. While promoting a savings culture, collective empowerment will be accomplished, and the effects of this will change the economic and social landscape of the world. I call upon you to take full advantage of this opportunity and carry the news with you to your family and friends who couldn't join us here today. I congratulate all the beneficiaries of the AN 2018 program. You are here today because you have proven to be resilient. You have proven to be persistent. Remember that word, persistent? You have proven to be dogged. You have proven to be focused. You have proven to be hardworking and consistent in your entrepreneurial ambition. My concluding words will address those who did not make it as a beneficiary this year. Unfortunately, A.Y.E does not have the capacity to empower everyone. But know this: this is not the end of the road for you or for your business. Take advantage of the other benefits of the program. Learn from your experiences, the judges, and the journey. Never give up. I encourage you to try again next year. A.Y.E, which is an organization for Africans, by Africans, has come to stay. From generation to generation, history will record that as Africans, we built something of great legacy for ourselves, by ourselves. God bless you. God bless Nigeria. God bless Africa's young entrepreneurs. If we can achieve this much alone, you have said it. You have said it all. God bless you.
Now is the time when the A.Y.E president and founder, Sumi Smart Francis, addresses his members. In previous episodes, Mr. Francis was a tough, unfriendly entrepreneur with no emotions. Surprisingly, on this episode, we see another side to his personality as he engages his members.
I'm about to tell you the A.Y.E story.
Oh wow! Mr. Francis decides to finally share the incredible A.Y.E story, his journey, his passion, and you know what? Hear it for yourself.
You see, a lot of people have asked, and they keep asking, any small journalist, why A.Y.E? Why do you keep doing A.Y.E? How did A.Y.E start? Why all these things? And I've always thought that, okay, I will keep this story for like the 10th anniversary, and when I'm resigning at the next president, you know, just officially use that as my send-off speech and hand over to the next president. But there are two important reasons why I'm going to share this story today. You know, they are very two, you know, I just pray that I have the courage to tell you the reason. One is because it gave birth to the platform that we are about to launch today. And the second reason is because something happened to me December 26, 2017. Boxing Day, where everybody was having fun and having a good time. I was dying. I realized that is that the way people just die? And I might just leave this world and people won't hear this story or even know how and why we do what we do. A.Y.E was born out of business frustration. Business frustration. I'm a very creative person. I've got a creative mind. And I realized that a lot of ideas die inside even before you give birth to those ideas. And that's why I wrote about business miscarriages. That's one big issue we have in Africa. A lot of entrepreneurs, they are pregnant with ideas. Mommy, some are even pregnant with twins, triplets of ideas. But before they give birth to that idea, it dies. There's another story that they will say, Mr. Don, they will say that if you start a business, then you don't have money to continue. In Africa, you cannot even start. I went through that for many years. You know, I went through all the frustration. That's why some members, when you write some funny things, I look at you and I laugh. There's no journey, there's nothing you're talking about right now. that I've not passed through as an entrepreneur. And I understand your pain. So, how did it start? There was one painful experience. I won't forget that one. I think the first one was when I had this very great idea and I was meeting this investor. And you know this kind of appointment, all these big fishes now, when they will give you like 6 months in advance, that even you can't sleep because you have an appointment with that man. You know? And even as you are not sleeping, you are wondering, how will I even fly there? No transport money, nothing to even fly to this country to see this man. You know, I planned, I saved, I did everything. And, mommy, luckily I managed to save. But I only saved for toe, no fro. And Mr. Billy, as you always tell us, we keep moving, right? Yeah, so I towed without throwing, right? And when I got to see this man, I'm going to cover his name now. I will not say his name. Is he an African? Okay, he's an African, but you know, the other Africans came. And the next thing I heard is, I'm rushing right now, I'm leaving. You know what? Call me next week. Huh? Call me next week. I have sold everything to buy flight tickets, tried to get visa, got to your building. I was on time 2 days before, safe, not 2 hours before. And you told me, call me next week. And you know, bodyguard and everything, and he went into his car. And he drove off. Mommy, I cried, though. I can't lie. Like, you know, why is this thing happening to entrepreneurs? And I know this idea would work. These are business ideas. These had nothing to do with A.Y.E. Remember, it's the A.Y.E story, right? And this is where it now took the entire frustration above everything, was when this big breakthrough was coming from the USIS, United States Information Service. And I think it was about $300,000. And that's $300,000 for me that time. Even now, Seth, $300,000. Hey, it's like I don't even know. You know the kind of money you are expecting that you cannot also sleep. You see, entrepreneurship sometimes is trouble. You have an appointment, you can't sleep. You are expecting money, you can't sleep. You know, and I'm like, finally, this thing is going to go right. But I had the worst landlord ever in my company. I'm sorry, Mr. Don. His name was Don. And it was an Italian mafia. I don't know even what pushed me to go and collect house from a landlord called Don. I'm not saying that people shouldn't collect your properties. But this one was an Italian mafia. Don is the meanest landlord ever. If it was in my house, she is overseas, I would just run to another person's, we squat overseas now. This is many, 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 many years ago, so it's not a problem. But this was the landlord of my company. And this man, Obodo Yimbo now is on the 1st of every month. That's when you pay rent. If it passed first like this, first, maybe 1 minute after 12 midnight, the light will just go off. The whole company go off. Then if you go and make mistake, it enters the next day. Forget it. And the most painful thing Don did for me one day, he actually locked me and my staff in the building because I didn't pay, like on the 3rd. Me and I think about 6 staff that have not paid 3 months salary. So imagine being locked with angry people in the same place. They're not even working again. They're like, oh God, if you don't want us to work, it's fine. Can we at least go home? I'm like, wait, I'm trying to call Don. You will go home. So I was even scared that if these people decide to beat me up here, Don, please pick up your phone. He picked up the phone around 2 a.m. or 3. And all my staff, they left. They abandoned me many times. Entrepreneurship. And they left me, and I was standing, and he chased everybody out. But this time, USIS was going to give us $300,000 on Wednesday. I was expecting to pay the landlord. I was supposed to pay him on Monday, and I begged Don, please, just this Wednesday. I can even pay you for 5 years. Finally, all these things I've been planning, we all these creative people, we will know that this one is the real right one. You know that spirit. If you can achieve this much alone, you know that spirit, right? When that final one comes, and that please, and that's what we are trying to do this platform. Because all I wanted was 48 hours from Don. And Don said, never, no, with his Italian accent, get out, this. And before USIS can give you money, they have to do confirmation of address. So I'm like, how will I do this now? But entrepreneur now. I won't give up. And I'm going to use my last card to do some board to put on the main building. Shebi, you send me from inside. I will put from the main building. I will stand outside. I will say, oh, sorry, man, my PA just left. I just drinking coffee. This is the building, my building, and they will pay. Abi? So, I did everything. Last money, oh, you have heard how many last money I've spent. Did the poster, and I put it up. And amazingly, USIS, they drove in. I think one Indian man, 2 white men, and one person that looks Chinese. There are about 4. Mr. Francis, yeah, how are you doing? Yeah. You know now, guys. The next thing, don't just drove past. The rest is history. I'm sure you can imagine what Don can do to me in front of people like that. And that's how I did not get the money, and that's how everything just went. They say, you're lying, it now even became fraud. When hustling become fraud, it now, at that time, I told God, I said, if you see me through this, I make this covenant this day, that I will create a platform where other young entrepreneurs across Africa won't have to go through the same thing I've been through. But remember, I said I'm telling this story now because of 2 reasons. This is the first one, because the vision is about to give birth to this platform. The second reason I said is because of what happened to me December. You even remember. You guys are so kind, though. You see, even from the stress of looking for sponsors, partners, looking for this and this and this and that, setting up the last year's event, November 30. And we did everything. Little did you guys know that I was standing and I was so sick on that day. Very, very sick. A day before, during dry run, I had a very bad accident with this crane here. That's why I'm not near it today. Don't come near me with this thing, no. During setup anyway. And it was so bad that I was holding it in that I have to be in the convention. It has to happen. Thank God for the kind of executive team that I have. Thank God for my VP. We say, you know what, we can keep pushing. Just manage. And we did. We tried. But guys, did you know that night, last year, November 30, I collapsed immediately after? And where I woke up was in the hospital. I woke up in the hospital and, guys, I don't even know. I think I was transferred to about 6 different hospitals in Nigeria. When a private hospital begins to transfer you to a public hospital, you know the meaning? That means that, it has reached a level that, you know what, guy, child, that level where the doctor is like, private, they like their name of their hospital, they're like, public, UCH, or all those things that has CH or something. So, and when they now send us, before they even realized they were treating the wrong things, just this year, this January, February, okay, you want to hear the December 2016, I mean, before I was transferred, I saw death. When people tell you they see that angel of death, it's real. My siblings, they're here to testify. They were in the same room. I called them in, and I said, it's time to go. And I saw them weeping badly, but there was no energy to even try to bring myself back. Nothing. I saw the angel of death. I saw it. If he had wings, I would say it's an angel from heaven. It's like an angel itself, but it doesn't have wings. Go and ask anybody that has gone through what I went through. There are people who have experienced this thing and they know what I'm saying. There is an angel of death who will wait and say, he's about to take your soul. And my family members were just crying and begging and saying, come back, come back. And you know what? I realized that God restored my life because of the vision. Honestly. You know, it was clear how I came back because I was already literally leaving my body. You know when you can see yourself on the bed, December 26th. Am I lying? And you know when you now come back into that body, something like I can't even, I don't want to go into that whole scene. And I said to God, you know what? If I have to continue the same vision that you sent me, I was like Moses now. Whoa, come on, you have to fuel it. I can't stress myself again. I can't, because just this year alone, if I tell you guys that I then flew abroad and I've been through 2 major surgeries. This same person standing here. I don't think I'll be alive. I never knew I'll be alive today. Not minor surgeries, 2 major surgeries. And on that bed, after the second surgery, I think, after I had that rapport with God, that now you have to give us something that works. Like, we cannot keep doing this as an organization. Chasing people and begging and all those things, we can't. And I started writing this idea down. This new platform that you are seeing. I remember even the nurses will come. You say, Mr. Francis, you got to sleep. You got to sleep. Well, when God is talking to you, you got to sleep. I didn't die in Nigeria. I will now die abroad. Let me write my idea. Let me even tell you guys something. I did not even write the idea on a notepad. I did not even trust my computer. I didn't write it there. You know where I wrote it? I wrote it in the iCloud. I said, God, I'll write this idea inside the cloud. So you rather take it back to heaven. iCloud is a good name. Because when I saw that iCloud on my bed, I'm like, yeah, iCloud is the best. Let me save it in the cloud. So if this idea will die, let it just go back to God and let him find another minister, Aaron, after Moses have gone, appoint him and give him the vision to carry it. You know? And when I wrote that idea down and everything, amazingly, I just saw myself recovering. I can't believe how come. I was just recovering. Like, I saw people who saw me in, I think, March, April, May. You know when your friends are, you know when you are dying, when they say that this guy is already dead, you know there's a way your friends will greet you. There's a way they will look at you where you know that, they know that I'm, you know, when you have gone so skinny and so thin and they know, and they're like, yeah, especially in Nigeria, that Nigeria airport, that they don't even know myself, yeah, well, I don't know who sent them yeah. You know, even you know that, yeah, leave me, I know I'm going, shall let me go in peace. You know? But it got to that stage that somebody who saw me a month ago, saw me afterwards, and like, are you the same person? When God restores you, He restores you fully. Fully, it's not, am I not looking good? Without my tie self. Abby, I can still toast any girl and toast, and she'll agree. And she will know that this was about to, this March, I still did my last surgery. You know? But after we now wrote this idea and we started working on it. You remember I said that when God gives you a vision, He funds it. Between that time, don't worry, it's not the rain, it's a nice drone. I don't know why they are doing their nice effects here. But we are fine. Between that time of March, after my second surgery, we have been able to connect with like minds and work hard. And we've even raised over 100 million to build this platform. You know, it's so amazing. You don't even know how, but we have been able to find like minds to come together and say, we need this platform for Africa. And you know what? Get the best IT companies. You know, we're so ready that we used about 3 different IT companies to build it. So we can choose which one that is better for us. So it's not that you come and build. You know these IT people, they have coin. Any IT man in the house, tell him you have coin. IT man, no, I didn't say go and tell the wrong person. No. These IT people, mommy, they can frustrate the person's business. They don't know how they think. So today they are happy. Tomorrow they're just, another day they can be facing the wall. Another day they have to beg, and they have all the code. You know, so how you tell them, you know. So we have to like get different IT companies in 3 different countries to build this platform. And today, we will be launching this platform to the glory of God. You see, ladies and gentlemen, I've been around this organization for close to 8 years now. 8 years. I've seen several challenges of businesses. You know, even when you go to all those big conferences abroad, they say this, they say that, they say this. Please, leave this drone. Take it back. I'll off it. It's distracting me. And when we look at this major problem that these entrepreneurs are going through, it's fund related. Tell your neighbor it's fund related. Even when they say relational capital or something capital, even if it's relational, if your brother gives you car to use, won't you fuel it? Without capital, we cannot really do anything. Honestly. You know, there was a place I went to speak, I think it was in Morocco, I can't even remember. I was empowering those guys, pushing those guys. You know what, you can do business without money, you can do business without money. When I enter my car, I'm like, I did like, you say some things that you still need money, oh. You know, I wanted to run back to that hall and say, okay, wait, guys, small, you know, start somewhere or maybe start saving. Because I know that even to do the logo needs money. To do website needs what? Money. To do soundboard needs what? To do poster needs what? So capital is a major thing. But why is it that the African banking system is so frustrating? It's so frustrating. Where they will ask you ridiculous interest, collateral. Which collateral are you asking us, for God's sake? Do you want to compare our own young economy? Have you seen any business that they will say since 1913 in Africa or since 1805? But you find it abroad. You want to compare such a young economy to that economy? That banking system you are using is not the same banking system here. So why are you bringing different financial ecosystem to our? We did Ubuntu. It was community. Mommy said cooperative. That was what Africans knew. We Esusu, Ajo, those are the things we did based on trust. Tell your neighbor, based on trust. Before they came and said, no collateral, 25% collateral, microfinance bank, 25% this. And you know the frustrating thing. Do you know that even when you bring collateral to the bank, there's choice area? I can use somebody now as an example. If he says I should use him, can I use it as an example because he's here? He knows who I'm talking to. Can I use it as an example? They told him to bring choice area. In short, my national head, please stand up. Good idea, good everything. He went to a financial institution and he brought 1 or 2 properties he has, and the next thing they said, it's not choice area. Which one is choice area again? Lekki, VI, Ikoyi. So if you have land in wherever, or house in, I pity if you can have a house in Mowe, you say you want to collect loan. Ipaja, nothing like loan, no. Banana Island, your loan is waiting. You know, Lekki, your loan is there. Choice, I've never heard that. When I heard that choice area, another one that I heard, that person is in this same room, but I will not mention him because of his financial institution. He said to me, Sumi, when are you starting this platform? I said, why? He works in a bank. He said, even me, I'm just thinking, there has been a lady that has been coming here for 3 months for a loan. I'm the one I'm supposed to authorize this loan. Me, I'm tired. Me that I'm supposed to give the loan, I'm tired. How much more the person who's supposed to get the loan? Bring this document today, bring this document today. The woman has been coming for 3 million naira. Even the person to approve the loan is tired. How much more the person will get the loan? So we understand that there has to be a platform that addresses this if Africa really needs to go. There has to be an innovative platform which we are going to use to address this. And I'm sure you guys want to know about this platform. Are you sure? A.Y.E has once again decided to take the bull by its horn. And I present to you what we are presenting to the world.
Do you know that most businesses fail due to lack of funds? Do you know that capital is the most important element of starting and running a business? Do you know that an average African entrepreneur has neither the adequate paperwork nor collateral needed to get business funding? Do you know that the time it took you to watch this is the same time it would take you to get your loan approved? A.Y.E Trust Fund. Loan approval in 59 seconds. No collateral, no interest, no paperwork. Transactions based on trust.
Did I hear right? Loan approval in 59 seconds. No collateral, no interest, no paperwork. Transactions based on trust. This sounds too good to be true. How does this even work?
You know, some of us can be very excited, and inside some of us, we still have doubting Thomases and Thomasins. What's the female version of Thomas? Thomas Resses. Yeah, who is saying, how is it possible that you can give out a loan in 59 seconds? 59 seconds without collateral, without paperwork, without any single interest. They're like, how is it possible? Okay, for the 1,000 Thomas and Thomas Resses, here's how the process works.
Hello, my name is Bisi. Welcome to the A.Y.E Trust Fund platform, a trusted program for trusted members. On this platform, entrepreneurs can access up to 10 million naira zero interest loans without collateral or paperwork in approximately 59 seconds. Yes, you heard right. Less than 1 minute. This platform is set to reduce the failure rate of African businesses due to lack of funds. Here, members have the instant access to loans solely based on trust. This also promotes the savings culture of African entrepreneurs. Here's how it works. As a verified trust member, you get to fund your account by saving weekly via online bank debit or direct bank transfer. This instantly qualifies you for a business loan at any time of the year. Note that you can cash out all your savings at the end of the trust fund cycle. Opening a trust fund account is free and easy. Just follow these quick steps. First, visit www.ayetrustfund.org. On the homepage, click on the Sign Up button. Input your information, choose your preferred trust fund category, and register. See? It's super easy. After registration, you will automatically get your trust fund PIN, which is a unique identification number of each trust member. Your TFP is used for transactions and to offer trust to other members on the platform. So how do you get a loan? Simply log into your trust fund account, input the loan amount and duration of the loan. The system automatically calculates the number of TFPs you need to secure that loan. You then input the TFPs of other trust members and an authorization email will be sent to them. Once they agree to trust you, your requested loan will be sent to your account in 59 seconds. Other benefits of registering on this platform include free business and legal advisory, access to purchase order power, medical advisory, online mentoring, and many more. You also qualify to win the annual membership business support fund of up to 10 million naira to grow your business. As a trusted member, you are advised to build your network with other trusted members to continually grow your trust worth. These could be your friends, family, or even colleagues. Remember, we operate solely on trust, so grow your trust network today as you might need each other tomorrow. Because with the A.Y.E Trust Fund, if you trust me, I will trust you.
So you remember this is, you know, when God gave us that slogan many years ago, how much more can we achieve together? We did not know that it will only start manifesting in 2018. It still means the same thing. So the slogan is, if you trust me, your response is, I will trust you. Right? If you trust me, I will trust you. If you trust me, I will trust you. And that's it. But you know what? You see, over the years, looking at all the work we've done to build this platform, there's no one most deserving to launch this platform. No one in this entire world than somebody sitting in this place today. We thought to ourselves, and we sat down as a board, there's nobody most deserving to finally look at such a platform and be the first trust member. Do you agree? Mommy, with great humility, I would ask that you please join us to launch the A.Y.E Trust.
The A.Y.E Chief Executive Patroness, Mrs. Alakija, has supported A.Y.E initiatives since 2014. She understands the struggles of our members, and today she will be the first A.Y.E Trust member as she launches the platform.
Say we're young, say we can talk, but we say we hold the future. They say we won't last. They say we divide. But right now we soaring high.
Yeah. We are more than they say we are. Look into the sky, we are shooting stars. Persistence in our veins, wisdom in our scars. We are nowhere we were, we are going far. Look into the future, picture grace for our race to upgrade a great nation. Change is here to change, so change over. The leaders of tomorrow are here, the case is over.
In Africa, we're standing tall, facing odds. We are soaring higher and higher. A people blessed.
This is great. The A.Y.E Trust Fund that encourages entrepreneurs to save and have access to loans with no interest and no collateral is officially launched. Wow! In the euphoria of the moment, let's welcome and celebrate the 2018 beneficiaries.
African young entrepreneurs. In my view, this is one of the most innovative ideas coming out of Africa because it addresses perhaps the most crucial issue in African economic development, which is how to leverage on knowledge, creativity, and innovation to leapfrog ahead, or at least to be at par with many of the developed economies within the shortest possible time. The evidence shows that the dramatic Asian economic turnaround of the last 2 decades was the result of entrepreneurial innovation and creativity within an incrementally conducive business environment. So the role of government and its regulatory agencies is also important, especially in ensuring ease of doing business and providing incentives for entrepreneurial activity. The Nigerian government is committed to playing this role actively, and this is why we fully identify with and encourage A.Y.E's objectives.
We're young, say we can talk, but we say we hold the future. They say we won't last, they say we divide, but right now we
Oh my God. Look at the smiles on your faces. It has been an incredible journey for those entrepreneurs, and we thank you for being part of this journey. Over the past 12 weeks, we have gotten emails, tweets, and DMs of how this program has shaped your businesses, and we are glad to know that we can influence your businesses and decisions. If you have been impacted and are yet to send us your testimonial, please do so by sending an email to info@ayeonline.org.
We can add another 10 more that will be getting scholarship to the next Ford University, United States of America.
Wow! 10 entrepreneurs will be awarded international MBA scholarship to an American university. This may just be you next season. This has been a wonderful year for entrepreneurs. Thank you for joining us to make it so. I am so fulfilled, super excited, and overwhelmed. This is season 3 of the Africa's Young Entrepreneurs reality TV show. I am your delectable host, Joy Michael. And remember, if you can achieve this much alone, how much more can we achieve together? See you next year.
People blessed by God. We believe in Africa. We're standing